Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Welcome to Trade Confident. If you guys are not subscribed, you might want to subscribe. We are live trading on this channel every single day. We're doing pretty well, up $851, and we are going to continue trading here. ADA is doing very good right now, and the market is doing something crazy right now. We have Ethereum pumping up here, and we've got Bitcoin continuing to drop. So what's going on? I'm going to cover that today, and take a look at this real quick. Ethereum is actually pushing up into the top red zone for the trend exhaustion, but Bitcoin is actually pushing down to the bottom. This is actually not a sign that you'll see a lot in cryptocurrency. This is kind of a very unique day, so make sure you guys do watch the videos I do because I'll try to give a full perspective on this. All right, those of you guys who've known this for a while, I mentioned the indicators are going up in price. They are. September 1st, they're going up today. You guys, I'm basically going to give you guys until 12 a.m. this morning. So I said September 1st, they're going up. You guys have until 12 a.m. this time to get these indicators before they go up in price because I'm going to be upping them today after I do the videos and get to the emails. So you guys have literally, it is 6:30 right now, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. You guys have about 5.5 hours to go ahead and get these indicators. All the individual indicators are going up in price, so I just want to let you know that. Okay. Follow this with me because I'm going to show you guys why our strategy has been so good and why as this price goes against you for long or short trades, your entry gets better, okay? So I really want you guys to focus on this. I will be going over the technical analysis today, but I want you to follow the math on this because this is what our traders are doing and what I want you to understand, okay? The original entry for this short trade for Ethereum was at 2,638. Every entry we enter into, we have 4 limit orders. So for long trades, those are going to be buy limits, and then we have limit orders for short trades. So this is the first, this is the second, the third, and the fourth, okay? So we just hit our third limit order for the short for Ethereum. Now, I am not in the short trade, and a quick question. Is anybody even in this trade? If you guys are following the trades that I'm taking, you guys should not be in this trade. You should just be doing long because I'm only trading on Coinbase. If you're in this trade, can you email me just so I can help you with this a little bit more? If nobody is in this, I'd like to switch this over to a long trade. I will keep track of this as far as the wins and the losses, but I don't know if anybody is even in this short trade. If you're following me, you should not be, but I wanted to mock it up when we were up at these high levels. So please just email me if you're in the long trade, or excuse me, in the short trade. Let's keep going here. Here's what you guys do. Since you have your third limit order hit, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to take 2,638.10. You add it to the second limit, so 2,998.00, plus your third, which is 3,478.98. That gives you a total of 9,115.08 cents. Now divide this by 3, since we're using all equal portions, and now the new break-even entry for you to get into the profit is 3,038.36. Okay, watch this here. I'm going to try to do all this on the video right here, and if I stumble, I'm just going to have to be okay with it because I want to do this all in one shot. 3,038.36. Okay, watch this break-even entry. This is going to move up. See how much that moved up here? Now, watch this as well. If you guys look at how much you're currently down at the moment on this, you would say you're down 25.16%. But as I've mentioned to you guys, the strategy we're using here, as you start losing in the market, your entry gets better and you start losing less. So instead of losing 25.16%, you have to move this all the way up and watch that just come down 20%, 90%, 18%. Moving all the way down here, you're only down 15.95. Now you need to adjust how much you're down with this calculation. So follow me on this, okay? What you need to do now is you need to take the total. So you basically need to take, let's say, for example, you did $10,000 on this trade and you had $2,500 at each buy limit, okay? We'll take $2,500 because you hit the first limit. Excuse me, these are limit orders for short trades. You take $2,500 plus $2,500 equals $5,000 plus your third limit order was $2,500, okay? You now have to times that by 15.95%, 15.95%. Okay, this is 1,196.25. Now divide this by your original amount for all of your buys, or excuse me, your I'm so used to doing long trades. You can see how much I do short trades on here. Divide it by your total amount, so it would be at 10,000. Divide it by that, and you guys are actually only down 11 11.9%. We're going to round that to 12, but basically 11.9%. So you're not actually down even 16%. So you woke up this morning being down 25.78% overall visually, but you're only down 11.9, less than half. You cut your losses in half by using this strategy. That is why I'm using this strategy and why we won't differ from anything else. Even in a short trade here, as the market moves against you, your break-even entry always moves up and you guys are getting a more favorable trade. It is incredible. Okay, I have never shown that to you guys on the videos before. I know it's probably boring to some of you guys, but that is how you need to be doing your calculations to show you how you're doing in the market. All right, now let's switch over here. I am going to be going over the metrics today. So, do watch this, and I'm going to be going over the indicators. I did update the buy limit, okay, for our long trade. So make sure you guys come over here to Ethereum and you guys look at that. We've got 4 yellow lines sitting below the current price that's going to be coming up here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? There's 4 yellow lines below Ethereum right now. You need to update the first buy limit. I'm going to do that as well at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. I'm not going to do it beforehand. I'm going to do it with you guys, okay? So let's now dive into the technical analysis side of this and see, is this thing just going to shoot to $4,000 or is this thing far overextended and it's going to move back down? Let's just do an unbiased analysis real quick of this. Again, I want you guys to look down here at the trend exhaustion. We need to look at what's happened in the past to determine the future. Literally, that's the only thing we've got in trading, okay? I want you guys to pay attention to this. When we've moved up into the top red section of the trend exhaustion, we just need to be aware of what's happened here. Let me pull one more here. We'll pull this and we'll pull this right here. It'll give us a good amount of data to work with. We saw this over here. Now, we didn't head down immediately when we saw this move up in the market. So this one did actually end up moving up here, okay? So let's take a look at this one right here. We did end up seeing this correlated to a little bit of a drop in the market right there. Now let's take a look at this here. This ended up correlating to a drop in the market. Let's take a look at this one right here. This one definitely ended up calling a nice little drop. Take a look at this one right there. This one ended up calling a drop. And let's do a few more in here. This is the top. This was a consolidation period into the drop in the market. And then we also see this over here putting us into the drop, which was very close to the third touch of the ascending support line. Okay. Now that we're up here, this could be an argument that this is an overextended market right now because we are looking at the trend exhaustion and the trend could be overextended. I also want you guys to come over here and look at the well price versus the well money flow. Come over here and look at price. Price as well as money flow are moving up together. Normally, this is actually a very bullish sign in the market when price structure, because retail traders are jumping in on this. I'm telling you guys, their RSI, their stochastic, and their MACD, all of their indicators that they're using are bullish. So they're jumping onto the trend because they've been trained that the trend is their friend. They are not incorrect by that, okay? So people are jumping on here in all these green candles trying to push this up. As far as a money flow perspective, we need to look at what's happened when we've gotten into this top section up here of money flow. We do see that money is moving out of the market when we start moving up to these higher sections. This is literally pulling on-chain metrics of what's happening on the blockchain with real money flow transactions. The price started moving down, price started moving down, price started moving down. So what I'm watching very carefully today and tomorrow is to see if money flow continues to actually head up here and we start pushing towards 4,000. I was gonna say 40. It's a little too aggressive. 4,000. Or I'm looking for this to start moving back down here. If it starts moving back down, trend exhaustion starts moving back down, great. That's probably a very big sign here that we're gonna start moving down. But let me present a couple scenarios to you guys because this is very interesting because the market's polarized right now. And you probably haven't seen this before, and I've actually very rarely ever seen this happen. What could happen here is Ethereum could break down, okay, touch basically it's an ascending support line now, touch this, a break, a retest, and then a bounce, okay? And that could actually act as a springboard for Ethereum to go to $4,000, okay? We have another limit order in here for the short. Don't worry about that, guys. That's fine, okay? Again, please, if you're in this trade, email me. If no one's in this trade, I'm gonna be focusing more on the long trade setup for this, and I still will log this of the performance, but let me know that. I do think we could start seeing a move down here because of the indicators showing here. Historically, this has shown us that we are due for a move back down with the trend exhaustion, the price versus the well money flow. So I wouldn't doubt if over September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we do see a little bit of move down. but watch the break, the retest, and a possible springboard off of this to move back up. Okay, let's go over the metrics real quick, and then let's give ourselves a little bit more analysis of what's happening here. Take a look at this. It's going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys know this plenty by now, unless you're brand new. $49 a month, you get access to all of our trade setups, as well as all the metrics. Let's dive in. The emotional index is pushing up here into the excited area again. You guys can see this whole box that we see on the chart here, and for some reason that turned a different color. Let me just get a yellow draw for us on here. So we are pushing up into the excited area. You guys can see that right into this box, okay, with this blue metric line. I do believe when these metrics update this morning, this is going to push us a little bit higher into the excited zone. This historically is where you're going to see smart money looking to short the market because retail traders are getting very excited. All of their indicators right now are showing that we are very bullish, and so they're jumping on the trend because the trend's your friend, okay? We've heard that. Let's move down here. Let's do a full analysis. So watch this to get up into the excited area, because as this has gotten up here before, it is either consolidated or seen some moves down in the market. We saw this nice move down in the market last time we got up into the excited area. Even when we barely peaked up into the excited area here, we saw the drop, and then we obviously hit the all-time high when we got very greedy, and it pushed us into the biggest bear market that we've seen for Ethereum ever. Okay, even if we come back into the past here, we can see that we've seen drops in the market when we get up into the excited and greedy area. Okay, so just watch out for these few moves on the market as we get up here that we could start seeing a little bit of a reversal. Let's move down here. Let's look at the actual trades happening on the exchanges. Long versus short trade. This is for Bitfinex. We are seeing short trades just barely here, dipping out of the market while long trades are actually increasing in the market. This does make sense to me why Ethereum is moving up, because long trades are actually taking over, and there's just enough long trades to outdo short trades that the sentiment is changing and it's pushing up Ethereum, which is obviously why we're seeing it go up here. What I'm watching for is to see these short trades are actually still pretty high. Like when this dropped out of the market, it was like, whoa, what is going on here? I am watching for short trades to move out of the market here, and then even possibly for long trades to increase. That would be very bullish for us. But if long trades start moving out of the market like this, and then short trades start increasing because the whales are looking at this as being a great short opportunity because we're overextended, that could be a sign that this thing is going to start plummeting back down, okay? Some people online, I know we're going to call this as a fake out for the bulls, and the sellers are going to come in and drop this thing like a rock. I know that is a correct perspective that could happen here. Now let's take a look at this. Long versus short trade risk. This is still showing us now that we are pushing up into the good short trade section. I believe this is showing us this because we are showing that we are a little overextended into the market. Again, this top red zone, guys, holds true so much. I was on a coaching call with someone yesterday, and we went over what we were going over, like we were going over everything. Like we're going over like Tesla, like AMC, like all these things. And we were like blown away by how accurate the trend exhaustion was. Now, guys, these are going to be accurate only about 75 to 80% of the time, all your metrics and indicators. But this is something we need to be watching on here. Institutional and smart money. We are now seeing that these metric bars are now starting to print to the bottom side. We stopped getting any metric bars to the long side here over the last few days. And this is now barely today looking at a metric bar on the way down. I do believe if this starts moving up even faster, we will start seeing these bars print to the downside, which will give us a great sentiment that we could be heading back down because shorting pressure is entering into the market. When shorting pressure does enter the market, the price does historically look to move back down. We can see that from these blocks in the market here. When this happens, price structure loves to move back down. So watch that as well. We are still ready for our long trade for Ethereum. So I want to make sure you guys watch that. Now this is breaking up here, and this is like, take a look at this, guys. Like this is broke all of the resistance here. All the resistance is broken, and we are just flying up here, and it's like, is this a fake out? I don't know, guys, because technically we don't have a resistance we can look at on the chart unless we go way back over here, and you have to say, all right, well, where's the next resistance? Arguably, it's right around actually where we're at right now. If you guys look at this high right here, and that is right around this area of 3,500. So the psychological level of 3,500. This is what's called a quarters theory number. So this could be a place where we hit right here and we drop pretty fast. If I had to make any call on this channel, I do think this is going to start moving down a little bit here because I don't think it has the pressure to keep blasting up to $4,000, especially while we see Bitcoin not following suit, and we're looking clearly at lower highs and lower lows on Bitcoin, while Ethereum on lower timeframes and even on the 4-hour is making higher highs and higher lows. Opposite correlation in the market. Very interesting what's happening today, okay? Obviously down here, if you guys took dollar cost average entries, you guys are doing fantastic. So great job on that. Take a look at this though, an exit point. This is just an indicator I like to look at to say, hey, is the market overextended? Could we be seeing a drop back down in the market? When you're overextended here, guys, it's not always going to hold true, but this is how we look to exit long trades. Not 100%. I like to look at exiting at least 25 to 50% of my trades when we get this, because it has held true many times before. You don't want to be going up here and, holding for a long time and then it just drop out on you. It's a good place to look for some exit. So this coming out here for us does give me this feeling of like, okay, this might be an overextension rally, getting people caught on the wrong side. And so let's point out the perspective of if this could go down. If this does move down, I do believe we'll break this ascending support line. We might see a retest after we break it and then a move back down to the ascending support here, which would put us right around the area of about 3,149. 3,149. I'll end this video with this. The long trade first buy limit is very close to around this area, and I want you guys to come set that up and get ready with me if you want to trade with me on this channel. You need to come over here, go to live trades, scroll down here, click right here. The 3 buy limits below the first one are the same. We just need to update the first buy limit so you guys get triggered in with me here, and I will be covering the long trade because I'm clearly trading that on, so here you guys go. I'll show this to you. Over here, if you guys look at the orders, this was the previous initial long trade entry. It was at 3,002. It is not at 3,002 anymore. It has been moved. So make sure you guys update that, and I will be covering ADA as well because we're doing very well on ADA. So congratulations, guys. God bless you so much. Remember, you guys have about 5 hours left to get the indicator bundle and all the other indicators on sale. The individual indicators will go up in price. So if you guys want to get the bundle, that's always going to be the greatest deal. So there you guys go. Just want to let you know. Let's see what happens here. Very interesting market going sideways. We're going down on Bitcoin. We're going up on Ethereum. What's going on? I will try to cover Bitcoin today, and I'll try to cover ADA as well. And I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye-bye, guys.